What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814ADC, and today I have a couple quick unboxings to do for you guys today. It is Sunday, May 21st. I just got back from a 4-night, 5-day trip with my fiance. We were up in Boston and Newport, Rhode Island for Boston for 1 day to catch a Red Sox game, Red Sox hat, and Newport for the remaining 3 days of the trip. Just got back from today from a 8.5-hour drive. Had a really good time up there with my fiance. It was her birthday / graduation present for myself. I think I've talked about it on the channel before, but got back from that. Just a really cool part of the country. They have a lot of cool. I love the New England states. I love, Newport's right on the coast, so it was cool. We got to stay in. We were basically like 1 block off of the harbor. Really cool food, really cool, atmosphere. Just had a really good time, but back to reality now, back to work, tomorrow. Got a whole work week ahead of me, but these packages did arrive when I was away. So I got a quick unboxing for you guys. You guys will probably see it tomorrow on Monday. I'll get it uploaded for you. And coming home to knives is always a good time. So one package we have here from Casey over at Knives Fast, and I believe this is the American Blade Works Model 2. And then another package coming in, I believe, from David over at Blade Manor. And I think this is a Wharncliffe Pyrite, which I'm really excited for. I've been wanting to get my hands on it for a while to check it out ever since it came out. And he added one to the Apex group, so I jumped on it. And I think I'm the first one in the group to get it. So unboxing knife is the Pony Stout. I did not take this on the trip with me. I should have, though, just because it's a great little knife and I really missed it. So I immediately grabbed it for the unboxing. But first we're going to jump into the American Blade Works Model 1. I've had an American Blade Works Model 2. I've had a Model 1 on the channel before. I believe it was a V5 or a V6. Oh, who sent me that? It's going to... Grateful Panic. Oh, I keep trying to blank. Why can't I think of his name? I feel terrible now. But Grateful Panic sent it to me a while back, and he loaned it out to me, and I really like that knife. And he's come out with some really cool variants of it. And some cool, he said a couple titanium versions, frame lock, liner lock, so on and so forth. But he recently came out with his, the first version of his Model 6. American Blade Works, comes in a little taco pouch. And the Model 2 is a Wharncliffe in MagnaCut, and it is right up my alley. And this thing already feels beautiful. It's a little hefty right off the bat. It's one of the first things I've noticed, but it's a beautiful blade. You have ABW, American Blade Works, on there. You guys can see it's a flipper knife. Has that beautiful milling pattern in there. Over here you can see the MagnaCut peeking through. And then made in the USA, which is cool. This is basically like a mid-tech knife. A lot of CNC machinery. Comes with a little backspacer, milled pocket clip. We're gonna see how this thing feels. Oh, flips right out of there. Check for blade play. Just a smidge of blade play, nothing too bad. But you guys can see it has that beautiful Wharncliffe MagnaCut peeking through there. You have a flipper tab, or kind of a flipper choil up there. Just a beautiful knife. You have some jimping up top there. Very comfortable in hand. Choked up, very, very comfortable. This is a liner lock. You have a little bit of liner lock access there. So this is one thing that I did notice from other people. The detent is just so late. So when you break it past when it drops to your nail and then you go to get out of the way and shake it close, you kind of have this little bit of a hold up right here. You have to kind of have to fight through, and then it's smooth. That was one thing that I saw Kevin and some other channels talking about. But once you get past that, try to fight through there. It's very smooth on the way down. It's on bearings. The detent to close or to open it, very snappy. That's just something I'm not, I've had with knives before, this sort of, late detent, but I'm not super used to it just because most knives that I have now, you don't have that. But it's really smooth on the way down once you get past that. It makes an interesting noise. it's different than the one I'm used to with titanium knives. But I really like it. Like I said, ergos are fantastic. Choked back, choked up. This thing is just beautiful looking. I would like to add one of these to the collection one of these or soon. This on my list to get. Nice and thin behind the edge. You have a decent blade stock. Nothing too bad or too thick or too skinny, but just a cool knife. And I've always liked, I believe his name is Michael. I've always liked his work, and to me this design is just really, really nice. It's right up my alley. I love the Wharncliffe style blade. You have a straight pretty much edge right there. I really like the milling pattern. I like his logo. Liner lock works nice. You'd have to get used to that detent, but if you like the product enough, you'll get used to it. So I think this is going to be a fantastic model for him, and I can't wait to see if he comes out with some other versions in G10 it's already in titanium, but G10, micarta. I think he has a lot of different cool things he can do with this knife. So this is the American Blade Works Model 2. Get that out of the way. And over here, we're going to unbox the Wharncliffe Pyrite. I think I'm going to caption this the Wharny unboxings, or the unboxing of the Wharnys, or beware, Wharnys inbound. I don't know, something like that. I'll think about it. Yep. All right, so CJRB box right there. I'm not even going to read anything to you just because they don't put the product on the box. It's just like random letters and numbers. Pull that off there. Comes in a CJRB pouch. Comes with some silica gel packs that you do not want to eat. Close this back up. Oops, come on, get in there. And here is the knife, guys. I'm sure most of you by now, if you are viewers of my channel, you're viewers of a lot of other channels as well. You've probably seen this knife before. The Pyrite is obviously a very, very popular model from CJRB, and they just came out with the Wharncliffe Blade Edition probably a month and a half ago or so, and it's been killing it. Surprisingly, this is the first time I've ever handled a Pyrite. I've always known of the hype, and I've always kind of wanted to try one. It was just one of those knives that I never pulled the trigger on. But I think if I like this, I'm going to end up buying one for my own collection, just because I've heard so many good things about it. And for the price, it's hard not to. Comes with a loop over style deep carry clip. You obviously have the hole instead of thumb studs now, which is really nice. Still pretty thin. Of course, you have that button lock there and thumb flick, and that was very snappy. I really like that. A little bit of play. I mean, if you really wrench down on it, but it's pretty tight for a button lock. And just that beautiful Wharncliffe. You again have a choil up here, and this thing fits in the hand so well. This is a fantastic size right off the bat. AR RPM 9 on the blade steel, if you guys can catch that. Just a really sleek design. These are stainless steel handles, so they're not titanium. They did come out with a titanium version of the original blade-shaped Pyrite, so if you really wanted to, you could buy one of those and swap the titanium onto here. Oh, and okay. I can understand the hype from this, because this is right out of the box. I don't know if David handled this at all, but very smooth. And the detent, sometimes you get light detents on button locks, but CJRB killed it with this knife. That is ridiculously snappy on the middle finger flick. Fires right out of there. Thumb flick works really well. Slow roll it. Index finger flick it. I really like this, guys. Can you reverse the pot clip? Yes, you can reverse the pot clip, so that's nice for lefties as well. But great size. I think the blade inch, or the blade length is right around 3 inches, I think, give or take. But that is so snappy for a detent on a button lock. I heard a lot of people talking about how good this was, and I definitely can understand the hype now. Great ergos, nice and thin. Great blade steel. I think AR RPM 9 is kind of slept on because it's only used for CJRBs and artisans. I think it's a very good steel. just a beautiful blade shape. Comes down to a nice thin edge. You have a lot of sliceability with this. Beautiful tip right there. And these come in for like 50 or 55 bucks. So really hard not to justify this. I think I might have to pull the trigger on it after I send this one out, because I know for a fact that after my review is done with this and I have to send it to the next person, I'm going to miss it. For a budget blade, this thing is fantastic. So this was the CJRB Wharncliffe Pyrite and the American Blade Works Model 2. Unboxing of the Wharncliffes. I'm going to use that for some sort of caption or some sort of title for my video. So I'm going to wrap this up now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, links will be in the description down below. I will leave a link to American Blade Works' website, and I also will leave a link to these if I can find them in stock on any site that I can find them in stock. I'll leave a link down below, but no promises. I know they've been selling out pretty hot, but and as always, links to Blue Creek Knives and Barnes Craft Designs will be linked down below as well. Please use code 814EDC to save some money on both of those sites. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this up and get to editing this so it's up for you guys tomorrow. And then I got to go get some dinner. So hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, morning, night, whenever you're watching this. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.